Hey guys. Okay, so being a secured creditor, and one of the best people, probably, I think, because I've been looking into this for a while now, one of the best people probably on the planet that is very knowledgeable and successful in getting students to have success in paying off their debts, etc. Legally and legitimately and without without the students getting in trouble, or without the students being, having to be, what do you call it, belligerent, belligerent? Yeah, belligerent. Being, just going in all guns blazing into the courts or with the financial systems. No. Joanna Wiles, that's Druanna, and Wiles, Wils, teaches. One of the main things she teaches is there's no need to, be belligerent and nasty about it when you're dealing with these people, because if it sort of makes sense, because if you know what you're doing, you shouldn't need to be, apart from all the 10 maxims of law, which says you have to be in honour all the time in commerce. Apart from, things in commerce that are in commercial law that the court's really hard on and, stand by. There's no need, because if you do it the right way, do the right process, you should have to pay off your debts, and all debts, without too much trouble. Just have to put a bit of effort in, obviously, up front. But what I want to talk about today is Joanna does one of her main courses is how to be a secure creditor, but then there's sort of like she's got other courses, but it's all like different levels of the same the same subject, really, and that's the process of how to deal in commerce, in commercial law, maritime law, in the current system, the process, how you do it, legitimate, excuse me, legitimately and legally. Sorry, just had a Mandarin that was more lemon than Mandarin. Okay, so as it says there, see that there, part 5 in the secure creditor series. I will do videos of each one of these parts and all the things involved and the subjects involved in the secure creditor series, because there is a lot to it. There's it's definitely not an overnight process. You have to set up the processes, and one of these processes is start a private and protected offshore limited company. Now, Joanna did say that with some of the clients, she found that they would do the process, but wouldn't work immediately. But as soon as she did the process from an offshore limited company, and there's a whole reason behind that. It's got nothing to do with scamming anybody or anything. It's part of the process to get an offshore limited company. Part of the process. So, learn the power of offshore banking on the private side. That private side is just as important. I'll just briefly go through this, what this course involves. Excuse me. I've highlighted it here because the writing is a bit light if I don't highlight it. Now, this course teaches you how to open up your own offshore company with bank account with a private tax exempt number issued to you by a private institution. This course is only for secure creditors and foreigners to the USA. If you are American, it is best you take the Secure Creditor E course. Excuse me. As it includes this powerful info regarding the tax exempt number being used. You can purchase this course as part of the Secure. I'll leave links to all this, guys, all these courses, so don't worry about that. They'll be below in the description. Now, I forgot to say too, if you could kindly subscribe to this channel, because I'm going to be bringing out a lot more information about this. Probably one of the most important things you could do currently at the moment to become a secure creditor. Now, secure creditor is basically you learn the process. You take back the trust that is yours, which is the certificate, birth certificate, which is actually a security bond, and you claim what is by rights yours. Thereafter, after you do this process, you will actually own what is, like houses, cars, etc. You will actually own them, whereas most people at the moment, they think they own their cars and houses, etc., but they actually don't. And in fact, most people do not even own their children, and that's why a lot of people's children have actually been taken away from them for seemingly minor things. Because you don't your children are classed as property, basically, and you don't own that property. But you would learn all about this from the Secure Creditor courses. Now, to carry on here, this number will prevent you from having any issues from FATCA or any other institutions who try to dip into your private assets and money. We don't open up an offshore company for you. Rather, we show you how to find places to do your offshore banking and teach you the most important part to get your own private tax exempt number should you qualify. So, very important information. Now look, I'll just highlight this. Who's the instructor? The instructor is there. I'll just highlight that so you can see. There's a lot there. You can scan through this, but she does help a lot of people, and she's highly qualified, not just in talking about this. She's got mentors herself who she's learning from, because there are more levels to this as well. So I'll just highlight that so you can read it. So just read through that in your own time, because there's a lot there. But okay. Now there are plenty of real testimonials to say that this system does work with Tyrannus. Look, there's one. What's that? $12,000 debt disappeared. Sign up for forensic investigation webinar, because that's the forensic investigation webinar is also part and parcel of the secure creditor. I'll just give you a quick rundown of the forensic investigation. With the forensic investigation, she has this like a template whereby if somebody sends you're in debt and somebody sends you a bill for the debt, you send them back this document asking them to prove the debt, and she runs through, in accordance with Basel III agreements and various other things, world accounting, I just forget now, but in accordance with world accounting regulations, etc. So that's the forensic investigation. You'll find sometimes that even with just doing the forensic investigation, just doing that and sending out a few letters that ask them to prove the debt and run through those, ask them to prove the debt in accordance with Basel III and with world accounting regulations, etc. You'll find that the company will often drop it right there and then, because they can't prove it. It's impossible to prove that it's that they owe anything, because there is nothing owed. Now, I know that might sound strange, but it's all legal and it's all it's all upfront. There's nothing scammy about it whatsoever. But everything goes. Joanna goes into it all, history of how this came about, and all aspects of it, how to fix it, etc. Now hold on. There's another one. Proof, child support gone. So she wiped out. One of her clients wiped out child support. Now, Joanna also says she's not just wiping out child support so people don't have to obviously, help towards their children. What she's saying is when it's child support is over and above what is due, or the one of the parents is trying to get more child support than is due. Now there's another one. A student loan of just about $750,000 was wiped out by one of her California students, a student based in California there. So it's pretty high-powered stuff. I think she's one of the best, like I say, on the planet at the moment. So there's the testimonials. That's another video I did of hers, if you want to go and see that. But the links to her courses I'll put below. There's her website there. So sorry guys, I'm just looking for that. Oh, here it is. Okay, so that's one course if you want to sign up for that, how to start a private and protected offshore limited company. But yeah, I think she says there too, you best to do the secure creditor course, and because that covers that, and then this is part and parcel of that, and you'll learn all about it. Okay, I'll leave the links below.